This is Kelly, and this is Wake Up with Kelly Hawkins. I'm Kelly Hawkins. It's Saturday, 7/7/2010, and thank you for watching. Okay, so I think I'll just go right into the topic. Let me pull this up to see how I look. I know, so professional here, so well prepared. Not really. Okay, but anyways, today's topic is about um, what to do now that you're not watching mainstream media anymore. Okay, because one of my goals, is to get you to stop watching television, stop listening to mainstream radio and their news sources. It's all a bunch of bull crap. You can't believe it. They lie to you. And so, why do you want to fill your brain with lies and disinformation and be distracted that way? It's not only is it a distraction, it's worse than a distraction. So, because it wastes your time. So, you're going to be bored if you're not watching TV the way you used to. If you're used to watching TV all the time, that's what most people do. Except for play video games and um, spend time with their friends. But other than that, yeah, it's telling me I'm having issues with streaming. But I'm going to try to ignore that, although I always try to ignore it. Alright. So, I'll talk about distractions. Oh my goodness. Alright. So, what are you going to do? You're probably bored. You need something to help you kick the habit. And really, what I'm trying to get you to do is DIY stuff. Do it yourself. We can't trust the media. We have to be the media. We have to make our own shows, our own TV shows, our own radio shows, our own newspaper, magazines, everything. We need to do it ourselves. We can't rely on other people to give us permission to do things. We have to do it. We have to take initiative. And one thing we can do is to make our own shows, like I'm doing right now. Your show won't be the best. Mine is definitely not the best. Whatever you do, maybe it won't be the best. Maybe it'll suck. Sometimes I think that mine really sucks, but I have some things, a different perspective, and I want to put my different perspective out. Remove delay to the user. Local recording is complete. Anti-lag feature triggered. Oh man, it's getting so annoying with these things. So I'm gonna stop doing these recordings on live stream, I think. I like their software the best, so I use it. But I need to learn new software. And that's what the show is about. Today's topic is making your own shows, even if they suck as bad as mine, and I can't imagine that they will. And actually, I'm even going to have homework today. And the homework today is, I specifically want it to be done on your cell phone, if you can. If you have a smartphone, I want you to go out and make 2 minutes of film. I want you to get familiar with your cell phones, with your smartphones, with the different, maybe download a few apps for it, and make a little show. It could be, you can film yourself talking if you're good at talking. You could film a friend who's good at talking. You could film your pets, cat, your car, Just go outside and film a flower blowing in the breeze. Film whatever you want to. But get familiar with the camera because that's going to be your number one tool. And your cell phone you carry with you all the time. And you'll need that. You need to know how to use it. I mean, let's say there's a UFO flying in the sky. That's never going to happen. Well, actually, drones, you know? Who knows what the heck drones are? But, you want to have a, you want to be able to be ready to record it if anything happens. Let's say, you weren't expecting it, but you're in a restaurant eating and there's some politician, right? You want to be able to immediately go up to that politician and ask hard-hitting questions. You don't want to have to, like, wait. You need to be ready instantly. And so I want you to get familiar with the camera on your phone and make a short 2-minute video and upload it to YouTube. And learn how to use YouTube. Learn how to upload things. It doesn't have to be political. It can be about anything. It's just about getting to learn how to use your phone and getting to learn how to upload to YouTube. And you could also do some live streaming. We might get into that later. But this is very important. Like I said, if you ever see a cop beating the heck out of somebody, you want to be able to get your camera out instantly and start recording it. Okay, so that's the homework for today. And I have a few resources for you because in our being the media, the public media, or I've heard it described as organic media, we when we do it, we're not the most professional, obviously. This is gonna suck, I know, but we need practice. And so maybe at first we're gonna be doing stuff that's like stupid. Like my show is kind of stupid sometimes, like right now, because I don't know. I was thinking about doing the show all morning, and I had like all these topics I wanted to hit on, and I have been hitting on them, but not the way I would have liked to, you know. So, anyways, okay. It's like everybody knows I'm a fan of the Infowars show and Alex Jones, and I watch. Wow, something went beep. I wonder what that was. So, okay, and so one thing to get inspiration by are the Infowars reporter contest. He recently had an Infowars reporter contest where everybody put in their submissions. And watch some of those submissions and see how basically anybody can do the citizen journalism. Now, the people that won, they're the people who were the most rehearsed. They were the people that had the most experience. One lady, the lady that won, she was a professional actress or a student actress. She was getting a doctorate in acting. Okay, so she's very familiar with being in front of the camera. She's used to it, and that's basically what her profession is: studying being in front of the camera, being in front of people, projecting, and that's what actors and actresses do. And the man that won, he was a journalism student, and he makes videos, and he had to do that all the time for his classes. The people who like waited for this opportunity before they started doing it, they didn't have much of a chance, because the people who had practiced, they were the ones that made it into the finals and got it. Now, they might not even be the most knowledgeable truthers. They probably weren't, because I think both of them were only watching the show for 2 years, 1 or 2 years. Whereas, you know, there are other people who've been watching it for 5 years, or I'm not even sure when he started being on the radio. But I started listening to the show regularly, I'd say 5 years ago. Yeah, about 5 years. Although I heard of him way before then. Um, it cost money from what I looked up online. Maybe I didn't look it up correctly, but I wasn't going to pay money every month to watch it. So I missed out being a real early fan. Um, okay, so here are the resources. Let me go ahead and show you what's available online. Because what's interesting to me is, let me minimize that. Okay. What's interesting to me is learning about using cameras, learning about lighting and editing software. And so this is something I'm very interested in. This is a free online class. I need to register for it, but it's Filmmaking 101 Free Film School. And they're going to go into all that. They're going to go into, I don't know which ones they specifically use, but film editing software, actually hands-on making videos. And so that looks really, really, really interesting to me. I'm not saying it's the best. I have no idea. This is just a cursory Google search. And here's something that's also interesting. It's an online free news university. And it will help teach you tips to become a better journalist. And that's what we want to be. We want to be better journalists. We don't need to spend a lot of money on college if that's not what you want to do, or if you don't want like a professor to tell you what you need to learn, and you want to learn what you think will be most useful to you, you can study that by yourself online. There are a lot of resources online. Even MIT has its own website, and I'll link all this on the bottom of my Hawkins.info. Here's a special topics in cinematic storytelling, and they have a whole section on media arts and sciences. So there are a lot of different classes about the media. They've undergraduate as well as graduate courses. And so there's really, don't let finances stop you. Don't let lack of time stop you, because you can do this when you otherwise would have been watching crap on television. Instead of being brainwashed, you can be the one to start teaching other people. Saying brainwashing other people is definitely not what you want to do, but you want to show them, your perspective, just like I'm showing my perspective. I think it would be good if we all learned how to show people our perspectives. And when I started, here we go. When we started before I did this, which I'm still terrible at, before I did this, the first thing I did was I had an audio podcast, and it was called Gcast, and it's now defunct, and their servers are down, and you can't hear the old things. But the first thing I was doing, it was very easy. I would just make a phone call, and I would call, and it would convert it to MP3 format for me. And I think that's why they went out of business. It was just too expensive to run. I even sent them an email, and because at first they went over to $100 a year. from free to $100 a year, and I didn't want to pay it, and I was asking would it be free if we uploaded the I forget what my question was. I think it was if we uploaded the MP3s ourselves. And he said that wasn't what took the time. What took the time was converting it or something. I don't even remember. But it was too expensive. See, what I'm saying doesn't make sense. Because I'm saying if we didn't convert it, if there wasn't the need to convert it, wouldn't that be free? And I think his answer was that's what costs money. I don't really remember. It was several years ago. But anyways, I started out doing an audio podcast, and then I went to doing a live stream on Justin Television, on Justin.tv, where I was too nervous to even put a camera on myself. So what I did is I actually put a camera out the window of my apartment. I aimed it at the porch, and I filmed the porch with me talking over it because I was so camera shy. And I did that for a few years. Then I started doing just like a chat thing on Justin TV every once in a while, and you can find it. Digital Flower was my name, and also Kelly Hawkins. If they're still on there, I don't know. And then I made a few YouTubes, and now I'm trying this, which is a different format. Instead of just filming myself watching a movie, you know, how exciting that is. Actually talking to the camera and having it like a show. Telling you exactly, you know, what I'm thinking and having topics. Because as you know, topics are kind of my thing. I like having topics when I do a show. And you probably know as well that I'm going to be going to college in the fall. Back to college. And for me, it's pretty much free, which is why I'm doing it. I have a Pell Grant that's going to pay for just about everything. I'm also going to get a loan, which I know about student loans, but to me, it's worth it. Because I want to have that degree, you know? Otherwise, I would just exclusively be doing online studying. But for me personally, I need a little bit more structure than that. I don't know the right word to say it. I can't even think of the right word. But I need somebody to prompt me, to push me into doing things a lot of times. I'm not enough of a self-starter when it comes to myself and doing the things that I want to do. So if I have that's like why I could never work from home, because I don't have that initiative. What I'm trying to give y'all. I mean, I do because I'm doing this show, and I do a lot of studying on my own, and but I don't have enough where I think I would, me personally, learn better in a structured setting. And so that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be taking my college courses that way. But I'm still going to be taking some of these courses. I'm going to be looking at it. I don't have a video camera, so I'm going to be look into that one course about filmmaking, because that's really interesting to me. I want to make a better podcast is the whole thing. And the way I'm doing this now, it's just not working, you know, with this. I mean, I like the live stream broadcaster, but there's a lot about it I don't like. And the camera on my video, on my laptop sucks anyways. So anyways, basically, there are two things. I want you to make a 2-minute video, get familiar with your phone camera that you carry with you all the time. Most people have one. I don't. Isn't that funny? I'm telling you to do something. But I used to. It's just I don't have that phone anymore. It's in storage up in New Hampshire. And the phone I have now is just like a $10 thing from Walmart. Like, it was $25, I think, but it came with free time. So it ended up, the actual phone was only $10. And I don't use a phone enough, really, to like warrant paying $50 or $60 a month. I just don't use it that much. I use it maybe twice a week, depending on the week. So, so I'm gonna spend my money doing other things. So I'm gonna get I'm gonna look into getting a camera. We'll see, and taking those classes. That looks interesting to me. And if those don't work, maybe I'll tell you about other classes that I find are better. But the important thing is that we have to do things ourselves. We can't rely on other people. We can't wait for other people. And we have to be ready when the time comes, you know? How many of those people that entered the InfoWars Reporter contest really wanted it? And they probably had more knowledge and were more qualified as far as already knowing about truth issues, and they probably have a lot of knowledge stored up in their heads, but because they weren't able to put that on a video camera as well as other people did, they lost their chance, right? So but they shouldn't take it as a lost chance. Instead of it being a lost chance, it's an extra chance, a chance to do your own show. Like, I was like thinking about it, not only like, if news isn't your thing, what if your thing is just like drama? What if you're really funny? You could still make like a half-hour internet show every week, and just have it like a TV show and have your friends star in it and everything, and do it. You know, people do that now. That's the new media. Without the mainstream media, without the corporations, we have to do it now. That's what we have to do. So, you know, it can be comedies. If you're a musician, you can put your music out online if you want to. Just, we have to entertain each other, since we can't take the entertainment that's force fed us, you know? Okay. I'm just thinking to see if I covered all the topics I wanted to. And I did. Thank you for watching. And still thinking. Yeah, I have a real busy day today. I got a lot of stuff I have to do, and I've been like cooking. I made a huge lunch, and I've just been like watching stuff on the internet and compiling those resources for you, which involve like looking at a lot of stuff and picking out the best. So, so you know, all that took time, and it's gotten a lot later than I wanted it to be. And I'm not going to be able to upload this until after I get home tonight. But I did want to have a show today because I missed it. I don't know, I might go into every week, once a week shows instead of, I know I wanted to do it every night. But especially when I start college, that's going to be difficult. And for me, it's like a huge part of it is looking alright for the camera, because, you know, I have to go, I know this camera sucks anyways, but I would have to, like, after work every night, I would have to fix my makeup, and I don't want to put makeup on twice every day. I know it sounds silly, but that would be a big excuse, like, but it's, I was going to give another example, but it was... Okay, the other example was going to the gym. Like, I have so many excuses that I don't go, that I haven't gone in a couple weeks. I mean, it's been 100 degrees outside. You can't blame me. Who wants to work out when it's 100 degrees? But also, it's not working out that I don't like doing. I love working out. It's fun. But I hate changing, you know? And it's not even that I don't want people to see me. I change in the bathroom half the time or in the shower. It's just more than half the time. It's a pain in the ass to change, work out, and then change again. I don't know. Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry. I don't like to cuss on my show. So, that's like, it's silly. I know it's silly, but like, the silly reason why I don't like doing a show every night is like, I want to do a show, and it's like, I just don't want to change my makeup. I don't want to wash my face, put more makeup on, wash it again. You know? I know it's silly. And here I am telling you what you should be doing. And but I think even a 1 week, every week weekly show with that's good enough. I'm not gonna be too hard on myself. Okay. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I hope I got my points, the best points. Points are, we all need to practice. We need to practice working on our cameras. We need to practice being in front of the camera, and everything. Just like we need to be our own media, and it's learning experience for us all. It's like we didn't learn how to run first. We didn't like go out on the street and start running. We started crawling before we started walking. And even before we started crawling, we were scooching around backwards on the floor. You know? So don't like be hard on yourself. I'm trying not to be hard on myself, but this show is, today especially, is not what I was expecting it to be, because I had like so many things in my head about what I wanted to talk about, and this show didn't go out exactly the way I wanted it planned. Had it planned, but I'm gonna keep making shows. I'm gonna get better at it, and I'm gonna keep getting better at it, and everyone can. We can all do this as a learning experience together. Put our own stuff out, and just don't watch the mainstream media. There are a few shows that I like to watch, fluff stuff, whatever. But, you know, overall, don't try to get any information, because anything you try to learn from TV will be wrong. Because they lie. Okay. Well, I'm not saying that everything from alternative media will be correct. It won't, but at least it doesn't have corporate sponsorship, hopefully. Alright, so thank you for watching. Wake up with Kelly Hawkins, and wake up!